statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, that's what time it is. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in today. So I'm in Starbucks. Couple hours ago, 2-3 hours ago, and I'm working, getting ready to come on the air, and my phone blows up. It starts beeping all over the place, and I look down on my phone, and it's an alert. It says tornado, and it gives me the vectors where the tornado is, and it's headed for Starbucks. Literally, it was raining. I was looking for somebody outside building an ark. I thought, this is end of days here. What's going on? And it was a tornado headed right for the station. The Starbucks that I go to is a couple blocks away from the iHeartMedia. And Steven's here. Did you broadcast that alert?
Yeah, we had our alerts going full strong. And I was driving right on the road that we turned into the building, and the emergency alert came out saying there's a tornado, blah, blah, blah. It's headed this direction. I'm like, okay, that's where I am. And they said it'll approximately be there at about 7:35. And I look at my clock, and it's 7:32.
Exactly.
So I haul blank into the station, and I'm like running inside. But thankfully, it kind of dissipated and just turned into a severe storm. But yeah, it was a little hairy there for a moment.
It was. And it's exactly right. It was about 7:32, 7:35, and the phone is going off, beep, 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 beep. And a couple other phones in Starbucks, people have, if you have that function on your iPhone, whatever. I'm thinking, I came here to go to work today. I'm going to die in a tornado. And these tornadoes around here are bad news. They're never good news, but I'm just saying. Fate, right? Fate. You never know. So that I'll stick with my approach, one day at a time. That's how I do it. One day, I don't know about yesterday, it's over. Tomorrow, I don't know. Today, right now. Hope you're doing well and no tornadoes headed your way. So that's one of the deals in living in Florida, hurricanes and tornadoes. Yeah. Dr. Michael Murray will be my guest, and he'll be along. Going to have an interesting conversation with him. He just got back from China. Now, this guy pays attention, so I'll be able to extract, I think, all kinds of things out of him to tell me about his trip. He's a very smart, when I tell you smart, he's smart, and he's observant and pays attention. Keenly aware. So this ought to be good. I have a story to tell about China when he comes on. 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. Now, I guess one of the things that makes this job interesting and what makes my career interesting as a producer of the show and a host of the show and then as a nutritionist is that there's always controversy of one sort or another. Paradoxes, a lot of ambiguity, unevenness. Then they have these moments of clarity, lucidity. They show up when the research is very clear and we know that we can tell people X, Y, or Z and be pretty confident that that's what it is. In the world of nutrition, as it turns out, there's a lot of, I don't know what to tell you, because the findings are mixed. And it becomes problematic because at the end of the day, people want answers. And you're trying to give them an answer. And I'm wired to tell you I don't know. Or I'll tell you what I think. If the literature is mixed up and up sideways, I'll tell you that as well. And if you don't know, you should always say, I don't know. Now, I often get the question about, as I said a million times on this show, it's a darn good thing that there are only 3 macronutrients, protein, carbohydrate, and fat, because if there were any more than that, if there were 6, I can't imagine the controversy and confusion that would abound. One of the questions I get a lot, I get it at least once a week, somebody's going to ask me, how much fat should I have in my diet? Or some such question. Are high-fat diets really bad for you? Are they better than high-carb diets? I get this all the time. And which fats should I eat? Those are good. They're legitimate questions. They're good questions. And I try to give the best answer that I can give. Now, I am at odds with some of my colleagues. Some of them are my good friends. And I am at odds with them on this business of fat and how much fat, what kind of fat. It's a quantitative and qualitative argument. And recently, there's been a trend among experts to say that fat, we vilified fats. Well, that's true. We have vilified fats, and wrongfully so, and for the wrong reason. That's a story for another day. Nevertheless, and fats have gotten a bad rap. And in an attempt to try to rectify that wrong, some experts are now saying fats are not the culprit, it's the carbohydrate. You know, if the world were that neat and tidy, we wouldn't have wars. There wouldn't be any arguments. Things, you know, if a column's always lined up in a straight line, you know, I guess that would be okay, but it'd be rather boring, but it's not that clear cut. So to tell people, it's not the fat, it's the refined processed carbohydrate that gets you in trouble. It's not either or, in my opinion. It's both. And to say that, to tell people, to message people that, you know what, don't worry about the fat. You know, that's wrong. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. I think it's an informed opinion. And I get into arguments with my friends and colleagues about this. And they say, no, saturated fats are just fine. Really? Really? You're going to tell people, go ahead and just have at it. That's a mistake. You're flirting with an early death and a lot of suffering. I'm telling you. Now, that being said, beyond my opinion, and my opinion's developed from looking at the research, the whole landscape of it on fats, and there's a whole body of work that says saturated, no problem. No matter what kind of saturated fat it may be, stearic acid, myristic acid, lauric acid, whatever, no problem. And then there's another body of research that says, be cautious, be wary. Consuming these saturated fats in high quantities is not a good idea. They serve a purpose at low and moderate levels and are necessary. At high levels, it's like doing 100 miles an hour and a 25 mile an hour speed zone. You're just asking for trouble. Come back, I'm going to tell you about a new piece of research that lends some support to my argument that saturated fats are not a good idea and that they promote, when the wrong kind is consumed and consumed at high quantities, promote inflammation. That's a sub-argument within the overall argument. And some people are saying, nah, saturated fats don't promote inflammation. No, they don't. No, they don't. Okay. You can believe that if you want. Come back, I'll tell you about this new piece of research, and it has something to do with saturated fats and a clock.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Did you know that when it comes to supporting whole body health, there's an herbal supplement that may be as important as your daily multivitamin? Discover Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter. Formulated to support a whole body, healthy inflammation response, an ongoing natural process and part of the body doing its job. We often think of the inflammation response as something we can feel, such as where there are sensitive nerve endings. But did you know that we can also have an inflammation response we can't feel? And whether we are aware of it or not, our inflammation response can affect the whole body. Zyflamend is a patented blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, that help balance and support your body's natural, healthy inflammation response for overall health and wellness. And it's clinically tested. Discover the premier herbal supplement for whole body health from New Chapter, Zyflamend Whole Body. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Available at your local fine health food store.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. And talking about fats, there's a new study that's out. It's an interesting piece of research. And this particular researcher is developing a whole line of research in this in this arena. And the study comes. It's Dr. David Ernst. He's a professor at the Texas A&M College of Medicine's Department of Neuroscience and Experimental Therapeutics. And I looked at some of Dr. Ernst's work, and he's pretty good, man. Pretty good. And he's connecting saturated fats with inflammation. And he has an interesting metaphor that he's using. The metaphor is grounded in clocks. And what we're talking about are your circadian clocks, your circadian rhythms. This is interesting stuff. And how saturated fats create like jet lag for your body clocks, which trigger inflammation, which triggers metabolic disorders. And this is an argument as to why saturated fats are not a good idea to be consumed in high quantities. Okay, now, according to Dr. Ernst, we have our body clock. The circadian clock is located in virtually all cells and controls circadian rhythms. 24-hour cycles that tell your body when to sleep, and these clocks, in the circadian clock, if you will, the circadian rhythms, regulate physiological processes, including inflammation and metabolism. Now, I know this is a little tedious, but be patient. When your circadian rhythms are disrupted, sleeping patterns and metabolism become unbalanced. So argues Dr. Ernst, and he's not the only one. Under normal conditions, Dr. Ernst says, circadian clocks will maintain the anti-inflammatory function of immune cells and keep metabolism functioning properly. This is an interesting connection. I have not seen this argument made so clearly as he does. He said, with a high, and I'm quoting Dr. Ernst now, quote, with a high-fat diet, the circadian clock is dysregulated, which then intensifies inflammation and fat deposition, which then leads to systemic insulin resistance and glucose intolerance, close quote. This is really interesting and cool research. He metaphorically, he likens your internal body clock to a watch. He said, when you have a watch with a weak battery, your watch loses time. You still think it's 3 p.m. because the watch is now running slow, but it's actually 9 p.m. Saturated fatty acids, contends Dr. Ernst, have the same effect as weak watch batteries, making your clocks run long. Boy, oh boy. You know, so much to learn. And then I'll continue with this argument now. If you're following this, It is clearly established in science that we have circadian rhythms, the circadian clock, if you want to call it that. The clock regulates a lot of physiological processes, including your metabolism and including inflammation, among there are many more, but those two were focused. If those clocks, if somebody goes in and starts to mess with those clocks, things go bad real quick. One of the things that will mess with the clocks is saturated fat. And he focuses on one in particular. He's not saying it's the only one. And he's also not arguing that fat is not important to the diet. He argues that not all fats are bad. He makes that a clear point, and I agree with him. Not all fats are bad. But he focuses on palmitate. It's also called palmitic acid. It's one of the most commonly consumed long-chain saturated fatty acids in our Western diet. Palmitic acid is all over the place. Dr. Ernst says chronic inflammation is determined by what saturated fats you have in your diet and when you eat them. The reported findings, he comments, predict the best time to eat a high-fat meal is early in the morning, and he thinks that the worst time to eat a high-fat meal is late at night. So it's, as I always say, it's not just what you eat, it's when you eat. What you eat, where you eat, with whom you eat, why you eat, how much you eat, those all constitute your relationship with food. Come back, I'm going to tell you just a little bit more about what he found regarding palmitate or palmitic acid and how the mechanism of action. He's figured out how, in fact, the clock, your circadian clocks, all these little body clocks in each cell get all messed up. Be right back. Dr. Murray will be along.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition, wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show and whatever you may be doing. 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number, 877-897-8255. You can call the show whenever you feel like it. Don't worry about it. Call. I'm reporting on this interesting piece of research coming out of Texas A&M University by Dr. Ernst and his research team, and it deals with saturated fat, and in particular palmitic or palmate and palmitic acid, palmitate and palmitic acid. And what he's arguing is that what palmate does is it jet lags cells in your body so that some are reset to different time zones. He's using this clock metaphor for good reason. What he's saying is that the palmitate or the palmitic acid is dysregulating the circadian clocks within your cells such that the timing is thrown off and everything gets out of sync, and then promotes an infusion of macrophages, these pro-inflammatory cells into fatty tissue, and then you end up with more inflammation. Mechanism of action is a little complicated. I won't get into the weeds on it here. Suffice it to say that Dr. Ernst's his research suggests that a high-fat diet alters how body clocks keep time, particularly your immune cells, which mediate the inflammation. Some of his studies show that a high-fat diet slows down the clocks such that the immune cells no longer can tell accurate time. Interesting. He compares this phenomenon to the confusion that would develop if the wall clock in your office was set to 2 o'clock, the one on your computer set at 4 p.m., your wristwatch says 2:30 p.m., and all the while the clock in your cells reflect the accurate time of 1 p.m. Pacific Coast time. Right? However, you might not know which one is correct, and so your cells get very confused. And if you're eating a high-fat diet at night, he's saying bad news makes it worse. If you're going to do it, he said, do it in the morning. My point is that this is yet another piece of evidence to suggest that a diet high in saturated fat, and then he focuses particularly on palmitic acid or palmitate, is not a good idea. He doesn't say fat is bad for you. He's saying that notice the word high fat diet with certain saturated fats. So some of my colleagues, I get a lot of pushback on this. I've gotten into arguments and disagreements with some of my colleagues who say, the saturated fats are just fine, have at it. Okay, you go ahead and stick it down your throat, and then we'll see what happens. I'm not going to do it, and I'm not going to go on my show and tell people to do it either. How about moderation? How about that? This is an argument on that side of the camp. I told you there's controversy and confusion swirling around all this business. In order to rectify one problem, the carbohydrate argument that was made, or the saturated, vilifying fats, generally saturated fats, now they're focused on carbohydrate. Both unhealthy carbs and unhealthy fats in large quantities are not good for you. They're not mutually exclusive. I'm just saying. My guest is Dr. Michael Murray. Dr. Murray's been a regular guest on Let's Talk Nutrition for nearly the entire time of its existence, which will be 11 years come next month. And Dr. Murray is fresh back. I don't know if he's suffering from any jet lag, but from China. Dr. Murray, welcome back to the land of saturated fat.
How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing fine. How are you? How was your trip?
It was awesome. It was a great experience. First time in China. I've been to Japan a couple of times and been to Europe dozens of times, but I'd never been to China. And when I first landed in Beijing, it was the most polluted day in their history.
Oh,
the
Jesus.
atmosphere was just really thick. I felt like I landed in the middle of a tire factory. That's what it smelled like, and it was
my God,
man, it was kind of burning of the eyes and throat. But yeah, it's a great city. It's a great country. I went to 4 different cities in a week. I saw an industrial city in Jinan, and then I saw a resort agricultural area in Kumching or something like that. And then I went to Shanghai, which is 5 times bigger than New York City.
Oh my God,
it's enormous. It's hard to imagine. It's just a large metropolis, and yeah, it was a great experience. And I had a lot of interesting observations. One of them is that I think that they're on a precipice of a greater health catastrophe than we are here in the United States because of all the pollution. It's a very precarious situation there. We know that these persistent organic pollutants, these are things like pesticides and herbicides and flame retardants and solvents. These are things that our body has a hard time getting rid of. They're really linked to a long list of health conditions, particularly type 2 diabetes and disruption of the endocrine system. And these compounds are so prevalent in the environment there. It's little wonder that we see the complications that are happening right now. I mean, there are 300 million Chinese that are suffering from insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. That's larger than the entire population of the United States. And we know, based upon some other research, that the higher the level of these persistent organic pollutants, the more likely a person is to develop diabetes. And if they're overweight, then it's like fuel on the fire. And you look at the traditional Chinese diet, it's not the healthiest diet from what I could see. You mentioned the saturated fats, a lot of pork, a lot of fried rice, a lot of unhealthy fats. So
it's remarkable.
They're going to be. I guess the government has recognized this, and they're focused on improving the health. But here's where they're going to miss the boat. They're going to utilize modern Western medicine to try and deal with this epidemic, and we know here in the U.S. that fails. We know that the conventional medical treatment of type 2 diabetes is a travesty. Just this week, the FDA released a warning on 2 of the diabetes drugs, added to the warnings on all the others.
Wow.
These newer drugs are associated with an increased risk for congestive heart failure. So,
okay, when we come back, we'll continue this theme. The irony here is that Chinese medicine has been around for 5,000 years. Where are they missing a boat here? What?
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
exclusively from Natural Factors.
I'm Dr. Michael Murray. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to talk with you about PGX, a truly revolutionary natural product that works perfectly to help get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult. PGX is a clinically proven way to help people to achieve their ideal body weight that is safe and natural. PGX leads to a dramatic reduction in the glycemic index of any food or meal. It also ultimately causes the release of compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. One, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and two, improving the action of the hormone insulin. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, it's not your fault. You just need the tremendous support that PGX can provide. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, please go to pgx.com.
At Nordic Naturals, we know that a commitment to deliver the world's safest, most effective omega oils requires an exceptional process. That's why we manage every step of production, from boat to bottle. That includes sustainably sourcing wild-caught fish from well-managed fisheries. It means using state-of-the-art equipment and technology at our manufacturing plant in Arctic Norway. Nordic Naturals bottles and encapsulates our omega-3s at our own facility and carefully ships products from our eco-friendly headquarters in California. The result? Nordic Naturals products have received more than 40 awards for taste, innovation, and product excellence. You can trust the quality of Nordic Naturals products and know you're getting all the health benefits omega-3 fish oils offer. Nordic Naturals' high-quality, great-tasting omega-3s make staying healthy easier for you and your family. When choosing an omega-3 fish oil product, choose the #1 fish oil in the U.S. Choose Nordic Naturals. Available at natural product retailers or online at nordicnaturals.com.
Are you waking up each day to the life you have to live or to the life you want to live? Better health shouldn't be left to chance. Smart choices to living longer and stronger include making Kyolic aged garlic extract a part of your daily routine. For years, medical researchers have recommended adding Kyolic to the diet as a powerful tool to enhancing overall heart and immune health. Recent clinical studies at UCLA Medical Center using Kyolic suggest that garlic may slow plaque formation in the arteries and support healthy cholesterol and homocysteine levels. Previous research also shows Kyolic may enhance your immune system defenses. Kyolic is organic, odorless, and the only antioxidant garlic supplement available worldwide. Maintaining a healthier you could extend your life. Your wellness begins with Kyolic aged garlic extract, available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold. Visit kyolic.com, that's KYOLIC.com, or call 1-800-421-2998 for a free sample today.
Is your skin showing signs of aging? Do you want hair with more body and stronger nails? Add NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C to your daily routine to help you regain your youthful, vibrant appearance. Collagen is the body's key structural protein, and it is critical to the elasticity and strength of connective tissues like skin, ligaments, and tendons. Recent clinical studies suggest that supplementing with collagen may reduce wrinkles and increase the firmness of your skin, improve the thickness of your hair, and strengthen your nails. Previously, medical studies also show a wide range of benefits from collagen supplements that may help with your joint pain, bone strength, and exercise recovery. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C provides 100% pure collagen that's hydrolyzed for maximum absorption. Results are felt and seen within weeks. Super Collagen Plus C promotes a healthy body by providing specialized nutritional support to help fight the effects of aging. NeoCell's Super Collagen Plus C products are available everywhere fine nutritional supplements are sold.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natrol, Own Your Health, Alga Life, Algae for Life, NeoCell, the true science of collagen, CV Sciences, from seed to shelf, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace, now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Michael Murray is my guest. If you listen to this show even a little bit, you know I have a very strong interest in talking about health, wellness, and well-being, nutrition, from a cultural perspective and a cross-cultural perspective. I will not pass up on the opportunity to talk with anyone about those issues from a cultural, cross-cultural perspective. Dr. Murray just got back from China and sharing with us, and I'm glad he can talk about this. I know he wants to talk about stress, but this is really important to hear him share his experience because it gives us a way to compare and contrast what we're doing with what another culture is doing and how they're handling their issues. And maybe, we're very hypercritical of our own, and well, we should be when it's appropriate. But you think we got trouble? So, Dr. Murray, I was listening to you, and when we were at Expo West just a few weeks ago, right before you left for your trip to China, we flew into Los Angeles. And when I got to the airport, it was not a good trip getting out there. It was late, and things were all messed up. But I got to the airport, and I was down in baggage claim trying to find my luggage, and there was a large contingent of people from China. They were speaking Mandarin. I don't speak Mandarin, but I know when I hear it, it's Mandarin. And there was quite a few of them. What caught my attention was they were inside the building. They hadn't gone outside. They were waiting for their luggage as well, and they all had masks on. And I'm thinking, what the hell are you doing? You just came from one of the most polluted places on the planet, and they're in L.A. I understand. I used to live in Pasadena, not far from L.A. I know the pollution. And I thought, boy, this is ironic. So listening to you tell that story is interesting. And a good friend of mine just got back from China. She was a guest on my show, and she also told a similar story that you just shared, almost identical. And she said when she was on the plane, she couldn't wait to get back to L.A., and I quote, "I couldn't wait to get back to L.A. to breathe the air," close quote. I thought, wow, that puts it in perspective. Thanks for talking about this. How did your body, I'm just curious, how did your body adapt and adjust to that environment? Lots of pollution and so on. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I was there with some colleagues, and I was the only one that didn't get a respiratory infection.
Oh, my.
I've only had, I think, 2 colds in 22 and a half years, so I feel I've got a pretty good immune system. But I was a bit worried because everybody was hacking and coughing and around me, not just my colleagues, but it just seemed like a good number of folks. But I never got sick. But yeah, I did have a more productive sputum, and it was thicker and junkier. But I think that's just the irritants. You know what I really noticed? I mean, I noticed a lot of things. I mean, we could fill the hour talking about some of my observations. One of the things that really struck me, though, was the poor complexion of especially the younger folks, and the severe acne, and just really poor health of their skin. It was that's sad. I don't like seeing teenagers having to deal with that, and we know now, based on a lot of research, that skin health is directly related to overall health, and acne in particular has a dietary link: too much sugar, too much dairy, and too much of the wrong types of fats, no question. And so that's what was going on there. That's what goes on here and in many parts of the world.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be that way.
No.
You can have vibrant-looking, healthy skin at any age, even during puberty and those teenage years.
Well, we're showing, for people that are new to the show, we stream. So this show it's internet TV. So we're on TV. If you go to letstalknutrition.com, you can watch it. And if you're watching it, you'll see on my left, or I'm looking at it, so it's my right, your left, I guess, whatever. You'll see a picture, an image of Dr. Murray. Check him out. And check out, you mentioned your skin in this photo that we're showing of you, this image. I mean, your skin looks great. You look vibrant and healthy. I have to ask you, What did you eat?
Oh, yeah, it was great. We had some business lunches that were it seemed like they were never ending. I mean, we're sitting around these round tables with the lazy Susan, and I counted them. One time one of the meals they brought 30 different dishes.
Oh my land!
And I just focused on what looked like healthy food.
Did you? Were there some things you ate you didn't know what it was?
Yeah, I ate a dish that I thought they were mushrooms, but I don't know what the heck it was, but it wasn't a mushroom.
Well, what's funny about that is that when my friend was there, when she was there, she said that there was some food they put down on the table. She didn't know what it was. I'm not even going to tell you what they were eating. She said she looked at it and she said, if I couldn't identify it, I wasn't going to eat it. Turns out that some of these foods were really, from various anatomical parts of animals that I'm thinking I'll pass.
In Beijing, I was in Beijing for 3 nights, and I was with a very good friend, a colleague that I went to Bastyr with. So I've known him for over 35 years, and he's been in China for 5 years setting up functional medicine clinics. They've already set up 55 clinics, and it was great because his girlfriend is a Beijinger. She was born there, and so she was able. I saw parts of Beijing that probably few tourists would see. Great restaurants.
Yeah,
ate very healthy foods. And,
good for you, man. Well, I knew. I said to the audience, I said, Dr. Murray went to China. I said he's a keen observer. He's very smart, very observant, and I said he'll have a lot to tell us. Boy, do you?
Yeah.
You didn't disappoint. We come back. We'll continue our conversation with Dr. Michael Murray, 877-897-8255. You can call and talk to Dr. Murray. He's very amenable and cordial and nice to talk to. And this is a listener-friendly show. We encourage you to do it. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, coast to coast.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. If you just tuned in for this portion of the show, thanks for stopping by. If you carried over from the first portion, first hour, thanks a lot. And you know that Dr. Michael Murray is my guest today. Dr. Murray's fresh back from a trip to China. Interesting experience. I have not been to China. I have not been to Asia, period. I'd like to go, but, you know, some of my, including Dr. Murray, now I'm hearing his account, and I have some other friends. I know people who have lived there, and I have friends who have traveled there. I've had other guests who have been to China and come on the show and talk about it. And it's interesting, they're all sharing similar stories. And it's a heavily polluted country. And Dr. Murray said that there were, you know, statistically, there are 300 million Chinese, for example, suffering from insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. One of his observations was that the diet is not all that healthy. Lots of food, a lot of saturated fat, fried foods and whatnot. He mentioned that the young people suffering from acne, poor complexion, and he made a wonderful point, and that your skin health is a reflection of your overall health. You know, we get critical of our own culture, and at times we should do that when necessary, not to be critical just to be critical, because we're trying to improve, right? Then when you hear these kinds of stories, I mean, I lived in Pasadena, and when I lived there, it was really polluted, and was in LA a lot and traveled around. And boy, I suffered with that pollution. I can't imagine living in, you know, when Dr. Murray landed, I think he said he landed in Beijing. It was one of the worst air quality days ever. If he didn't have bad luck that day, he wouldn't have had any luck at all, for heaven's sake. So we should pay attention to what other cultures are experiencing. Why are they experiencing these things, both good and bad, and what do they do about them? We can learn from that. Dr. Murray, I want to bring you back right away because I want to utilize all the time I can with you. Just to stay on this just a little bit, sure. As you were sitting on the plane coming home and you had a moment or two quiet to yourself, what were some of your more reflective thoughts about your trip? What came across to your mind? What were some of the things that were rolling around in your head that were, you know, sort of that tape that kept playing over and over again? What was in your mind?
Oh, I had a wonderful trip, and you know, I don't want to malign the experience at all. It was really wonderful, and there were just so many interesting experiences. I went to a facility in southwest China in kind of an agricultural area. It was beautiful. Like when you see pictures of China and you see the rice paddies and the lush greenery, it usually is from this region that I was visiting. And I was visiting a facility that is very interesting. They grow a type of algae, Hematococcus pluvialis, which is used to make astaxanthin. This is an algae that turns deep red, and it turns deep red because it's rich in this red pigment, astaxanthin. It has tremendous health benefits, being shown to be helpful in preventing neurodegeneration, possibly protecting against Alzheimer's disease and Parkinson's disease. It has some very unique health benefits. It's available as a dietary supplement, and they get it from concentrating, producing extracts and concentrating this algae source to be high content astaxanthin. Well, the algae is grown in glass tubes that are about 6 inches in diameter, and they're stacked about probably about 8 feet high. And this facility had 800 acres of these tubes. It's just, I mean, imagine 800 acres of these 6-inch diameter tubes stacked 8 feet high. And it's in to take advantage of the greatest sunlight. They have these racks of tubes, growing on basically on a side of a mountain, so that they can get really good sun exposure. That was a phenomenal visual, and I took some great pictures of it. And some of the other facilities that I saw were just incredible. Their technology, in terms of manufacturing, is really exceptional. They kind of take a hit for some of their quality control issues, particularly as it relates to food and food products. But there are good companies over there doing really innovative and groundbreaking production. And I visited some of these facilities and was really blown away by just how innovative and high quality they were. That was very refreshing to see. And this is a country. China is very advanced from a technology standpoint. Beijing, in particular, is a very modern city, and they use technology very well. That said, some of the things that really stand out is just the tremendous history and culture, led by the Great Wall of China, which may be, even though we put a man on the moon, and that took a lot of effort. When you stand on the Great Wall and you realize that this was an endeavor that took over 3 centuries, and an incredible number of people, and without the use of modern technology to build, it's truly a wonder of the world, and it's awe-inspiring, and you gain a great deep respect for the Chinese culture and their work ethic and their ability to commit and stick to a goal. And I think they're going to solve the issues that their society currently has. I think they'll institute policies and legislature and procedures that will solve the issue of the industrial pollution, and I think that they'll hopefully get back to the roots of good health by focusing on some of the things that we're trying to focus on in this country, which are basically natural approaches: diet, lifestyle, attitude, and the use of proper nutritional supplements. These all play a big role. We're supposed to be talking about stress today, and we'll get to that. I saw a lot of stress. It's a busy culture, and you can see the stress on some of the people, just hardworking and exposed to the environment that they're in right now, and suffering some of the ill effects of stress. They definitely could use some of the products that we make from natural factors that are designed to help people find some calm in this storm of stress, and
sure
reset their adrenal glands, get a good night's sleep, and just generally help improve their ability to live in a modern world.
877-897-8255. You can talk to Dr. Murray. You can ask him questions, comment on what he's talking about, or if you have any, even an unrelated question, that's okay around here. This is a listener-friendly show. We do the show because of you. The show, it's always about the audience. And Dr. Murray sharing his experience in China. Maybe someday I'll have a chance to go myself. I'd like to see for myself what's going on. Make no mistake, I alluded to Chinese medicine. It's been around 5,000 years or more, so it's not as if they're devoid of ways to address health issues. But I find it interesting how they may turn to Western medicine, which may be helpful, maybe not so much. We'll see as time goes on.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes. Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A. Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A. Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A. Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted Best Independent Chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. Nutrix Hawaii, more nutrition, better health, purely Hawaiian. North American Herb and Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking with Dr. Michael Murray, and a very interesting conversation to say the least, is sharing his experiences when he was in China recently. He just got back, and he referenced the growing of astaxanthin from an algae source, and he mentioned these glass tubes. So I went and, in fact, maybe even found the farm that he had visited, and we're going to try to show you the image so you can see what he was talking about, which is an interesting technique to grow. There you go. There. If you're watching the show, you can see these glass tubes where the sunlight, the sun can penetrate these tubes, and inside is the algae that's where they're growing astaxanthin. That's the algae source. It's pretty remarkable. Anyway, we have a caller from Palm Harbor. Mildred, welcome to the show. You had a question for Dr. Murray.
Yes, my question is related to food. When I go to the grocery store and find a product like something in a can, and I read it, and if it says made in China, I don't buy it. What do you think? Safe? Not?
Well, that's an interesting question. In the Tampa Bay area, for example, there are a couple of Asian markets. I've been to those markets, and I see all sorts, of course, a lot of imported Asian food there. So nevertheless, Dr. Murray, what's your take on that?
Well, I think that as far as raw materials go for natural products, that's what I know best. There are some really good manufacturers in China. There's some that are questionable. In Natural Factors, when we make a product, we adhere to what's called good manufacturing practices. And so we analyze every raw material through a very extensive process. And in fact, we analyze raw materials to an extent greater than any other company that I know of in the natural product industry. And I know that because of the equipment that we have and the specialized testing that we're able to do. We can measure for GMOs, we can measure for every known contaminant, environmental or industrial used compound. And there's some exceptionally well-made raw materials. There's also a lot of junk. And the same is true here in the United States. I understand Mildred's concern, and many of the Chinese have the same concern, and that's especially true with infant formulas and lots of foods that are designed for kids. The Chinese will import food from other countries that have more strict standards, because it is a little bit of the Wild West there at times, from what I could tell. We're kind of throwing the baby out with the wash when we make these.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
Big generalizations. I'm not going to buy something from a country because of poor quality control or whatever.
How can you tell?
I think there's some truth to what you're concerned about, Mildred.
Yeah, and Mildred, no, you didn't put him on the spot. That's a valid question, and it's not only not only relative to food, it's relative to veterinary products. There was a scandal regarding food for a feed for dogs and cats, and animals died, and there's a lot of pharmaceutical products that make their way into the United States from these labs, and you don't know. But on the other hand, there are a lot of good things that are made in China, and they're trying to sort that out. It'll take a long time to get that, to get a standard where what's imported into our country and other countries from China is more regulated from the source that's where it has to begin. It has to be regulated there. So it's a valid question. I'm always cautious too about when I see things from India, China, certain food products. That's why if you go to an Asian market and talk to the owner, the proprietor, they're typically very honest, and they will tell you. They'll steer you in the right direction if you're interested in Asian food, because they'll eat them too. So, but you raise a good question, Mildred.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you, Mildred. Dr. Murray, you said you noticed. When I see a video of China and when it appears in the news, I see frenetic living. I see lots of traffic. I see lots of pollution. I see lots of people confined in small spaces, even though it's a big country. Seems like a very stressful day-to-day life in many of these big cities, Beijing, all these other cities that you mentioned and referenced. It's sort of ironic, isn't it? Because from Chinese culture, we've learned a lot about mind-body connection and meditation and how to manage, how to maintain balance. The irony of it all doesn't escape me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And you see little kind of oases of calmness in their tea shops and whatnot that are still part of their culture.
Did you see any? Were there any Starbucks there?
Oh my God! Oh yeah, and that's one of the problems is that not only you have the influx of Kentucky Fried Chicken is huge in
Jesus
in China, but yeah, they have all the fast food restaurants and soft drinks are really hugely consumed in China, especially in the major cities. And they divide their cities into tiers: first tier, second tier, third tier. They're major cities, and their third tier cities would be huge cities here in the United States. But when you're talking about a first tier city, you're talking about cities that are 5 times larger than our largest cities here in the States. The sheer number of people is
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering. You're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness, BSN, Finish First, Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils, Jarro Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation, Natural Factors, where great health begins, Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless, A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. If you just tuned in, thanks for doing that and appreciate your listenership. 877-897-8255. Dr. Michael Murray is my guest today. And we've been talking a lot about his trip to China, a lot to learn from that. It can serve as a way to compare and contrast cultures and how people live, what they do, how they do it, why they do it. It's you know, I know some people that could travel around the world, come back, they don't grow from it. The whole idea of traveling and going to other places is to learn and so that you can evolve and learn from others. And there's much to learn from Asian cultures, and especially China. And, I know politically our relationship with China is a hot button these days, but nevertheless, we're all human beings, right? So let's just try to keep it in perspective. Dr. Murray, welcome back to the show. I know you want to talk about stress, and we will. Just generally, though, one last question about China. How did you find the people? I mean, clearly you stood out. You're not Asian, and I'm sure there were other Anglo types there as well. But how did you find the people, and how were you received?
Yeah, it was great, and with technology now, you can speak the language. I had an app where I could speak in English and then hit play button, and it would translate it and speak it in Mandarin. I could have chosen another Chinese dialect, but Mandarin is pretty much universally understood there. And so it was fun. I had a great time, and I look forward to going back.
Well, that would, and it's nice to be. It's nice to be there with people that you can relate to and that you enjoy being with, to share the experience. Yes.
Yeah, and today I'm on my way to San Diego to visit a friend who lives in Turkey, and in Turkey they have a very interesting situation with pharmacies. There are no chains. Every pharmacist, or I should say, every pharmacy has to be owned by a pharmacist. So they have 27,000 of these small pharmacies, and it's a really interesting model. It's kind of the old, neighborhood pharmacy type model, instead of these big box drugstores and chains that we have here. That's an interesting. I wish that we would have held on to that. I think it would have been better.
It's funny you mentioned.
We'd have the.
It's funny you mentioned that, Dr. Murray, because when I was a boy, I remember my mom. We would get on a streetcar, and we would go. We lived, right in Pittsburgh, and we would get on a streetcar, and there was this one pharmacist that my mom would take, myself and my sister to, and she had a great relationship with the pharmacist. When we were sick, she would take us there and tell the pharmacist what was going on with us, and he would guide her and help her in what medications to get, what medications to ask the doctor to get, or some OTC. He functioned almost like a doctor, a nurse, a healthcare provider in a real sense. It was an interesting. I witnessed that with my own eyes.
Yeah, and so that function has kind of been replaced. I mean, if you go into a vitamin discount center, it's almost like the pharmacies of yesterday, where you have knowledgeable staff and you're able to talk to them about your health issues and get guidance and making sure you get the right product to meet your needs. We still have that connection somehow, but I think it's really been a disservice that we've become kind of depersonalized with the advent of the large chain drugstores, because you've lost that personal connection and really knowledge of who the customer is. And that's why stores like Vitamin Discount Center, I think, have been very successful, because they've been able to establish a relationship with their customers. And
there's another store that you're familiar. There's another store that you're familiar with. It's up in Philadelphia area, Holly Hill, and I know the owner. I know you know them as well.
Yeah,
and they take great pride, as do many of the people that listen to the show are retailers that own these health food stores, husband and wife, mom and pop stores, whatever you want to call them, privately owned, entrepreneur, and they take great pride in providing that kind of service to the consumer, their customers, in small towns, big cities, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting. You've seen that a lot because you travel a lot and give lectures.
Oh yeah.
And I know you know the folks at Holly Hill, for example. Some stores have they have nutritionists on staff, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, Nature's Garden in Reading, Pennsylvania is another great example. But there's stores all over the country. So the local pharmacy has been replaced by the independent local health food stores, and that's been great for the natural product industry and great for the healthcare of America. I really believe that true healthcare these days is most often dispensed in the aisles of health food stores instead of the doctor's offices. We just got to get more people into health food stores, learning about what foods and what products they can take to improve their health. That's how we're going to change this tide of poor health here in America.
I'm just curious, given that you knew you were going to China, you knew there was going to be a lot of stress. Did you take any supplements with you? Like, did you take some Pharma GABA with you? Natural Factors Pharma GABA? Did you take any supplements with you?
Well, I took my general daily packets. I take a lot of supplements. I get them at a really good discount.
I'm sure you do.
I do take a lot of supplements, and for people that are curious about stress, anxiety, and insomnia, I want to get them to my website, drmurray.com, and that's either drmurray or DOCTORMURRAY, drmurray.com. If people go to my website, I have lots of free information, and I allow people to download a PDF version of a book I wrote on stress, anxiety, and insomnia. The reason I make this book available for free is I want people to get answers for these conditions and not rely on these drugs, these sedative hypnotic drugs or antidepressants or other mind-altering drugs. People don't need those. They need the natural support that really allows them to function in the modern world. You mentioned Pharma GABA. This is a natural form of an amino acid that our brain manufactures that promotes feelings of relaxation, but with greater mental energy and clarity. It really is a fantastic product. It's an immediate stress buster, and I think just a great alternative to some of the harsher prescription drugs that are out there.
We'll be right back. I'll have the LTN Health question of the day.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray with a minute of important health news. One of my all-time favorite natural products is a special extract of licorice known as DGL. DGL is short for deglycyrrhizated licorice, but I tell my patients that it stands for darn good licorice. DGL is made by removing the compound in licorice that can raise blood pressure in some people. Double-blind clinical studies have shown DGL is quite useful in healing stomach and intestinal ulcers. In fact, in head-to-head studies, it has actually outperformed popular anti-ulcer drugs. But rather than inhibit the release of stomach acid, DGL stimulates the normal defense mechanisms that prevent ulcer formation and promote healing. Clinical studies have not only shown DGL to be extremely effective, but also that it is completely without side effects. Clearly, DGL is a better choice.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Energy, energy, and more energy. Everyone needs it. But did you know you can get the energy you need quick through the powers of wild forest extracts? Wild chaga and birch bark were a secret source of energy and power for Russian athletes years ago, making them unbeatable. Now you too can experience real energy and power like you've never dreamed possible. Wild chaga is the world's top source of SOD, superoxide dismutase, that critical enzyme that blocks the aging process and keeps your cells healthy. Wild birch extract is the world's top source of betulin, a natural sterol needed by every cell of the body. And healthy cells mean a healthy you, and a more powerful one too. Chaga birch bark is also good for your heart, healthy cholesterol, and even helps build healthy arteries. No wonder it's known as the king of all herbs. So take your Chaga Charge tea with wild birch bark every day and Chaga Max capsules from North American Herb and Spice and get that maximum energy you need. Also available in liquid as Chago Power Drops. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
At Canavest, we believe that the future of hemp is unlimited, and through innovative and responsible application and science, we will enhance the prosperity and well-being of our customers, employees, and communities. As pioneers, our long-term goal at Canavest is to locate hemp seed processing mills near to our future family of hemp farmers. These local factories will convert hemp seed into nutritious oil, protein powders, bread flour, and hemp meal. Canavest supports local efforts and believes that sustainability starts locally. Canavest was named one of the Nutritional Outlook's Best of 2014, and we are committed to pioneering the hemp revolution as the world's leading producer of quality hemp-derived CBD products. Resistance to change is in great part the result of trying to do today's job with yesterday's tools and with yesterday's concepts. The hemp revolution is here, and it's up to all of us to change perception and to impact policy. Will you join us in this movement? Learn more about the education and science behind Canavest at canavest.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Natrol, Own Your Health, Alga Life, Algae for Life, NeoCell, the true science of collagen, CV Sciences, from seed to shelf, New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom, Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing, Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. Dr. Murray's been in China. He just got back from China, and he alluded to the population of China. So here's the question. What is the current population of China? 3.3 million, 9.3 million, or 1.3 billion? What is the population of China? 3.3 million, 9.3 million, or 1.3 billion? 877-897-8255. That's a toll-free number, 877-897-8255. Right answer, $25 supplement gift card. It's all good. Dr. Murray, welcome back.
Well, thank you.
So when you were mentioning your website, and Josh will show it again, Dr. Murray's website, if you go to Dr. Murray, go to drmurray.com, and there you will see his book on stress. It's a PDF. You can download it for free. There's a hardback copy of it as well, but he's given it to you for free. I use it often as a reference. I use it for purposes of my show or talking with clients, and I refer them to it. And it's a nice little primer on stress. It makes sense. It's easy to read. It's not written in Mandarin, so you'll do well. You ought to think about having your books translated into other languages. Have you thought about that?
Well, my Encyclopedia of Natural Medicine has been translated into 14 different languages.
Well, thank you.
So, yeah.
I know you don't let any grass grow under your feet. I gave you that was called what we call a softball pitch.
Yeah.
That's easy, give you a chance to plug your book. I really enjoy talking with you. You know that. And
yes.
And you didn't come on the show to pimp any products. You came on, you're sharing your experience in China, and that I can tell you that means a lot to people that are listening to this show and watching it, to hear your firsthand account. They want to hear those kinds of stories, those narratives. It's important to them. It's interesting. It's educational. It's a lot of different things. So I really appreciate you and Natural Factors. You have a very different approach. It's not about selling product. It's about educating and helping people do better with their health. So we appreciate that around here, Just want you to know that.
Well, I appreciate you.
Oh, I thank you. Let's go to Tampa, Florida. Sharu.
Hello, Dr. Garko.
You're from India.
Yes, that's why.
And I know that because I know you and your family.
To China in terms of
I know
population. So.
You have a wonderful family. I know you and your family. And you heard Dr. Murray talk about China. I suspect that India has many of the same kinds of issues that China does, too, interestingly enough, doesn't it?
That's true.
Yeah. Do you get the chance to go back to India much?
Oh, yeah. Most of our family still lives there. My mom's still there.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as often as I would like to.
I understand. Yeah. Well, I know you've been a long-time listener of the show, and we appreciate that. How many people live in China? Is it 3.3 million, 9.3 million, or 1.3 billion?
1.3 billion.
Right.
I'm going strong.
Yeah. I'm at worldometer.info. And right now, it keeps track of people being born every second. 1.380 million, 84,289, 90, 91, 92. So it's 1.3 billion people, for heaven's sake. Congratulations. You won a $25 supplement gift card. The population of India by chance?
I know we are almost close to 1 billion ourselves.
Close to 1 billion?
More than 1 billion, yeah. We're just getting 1.1 probably.
1.25 billion is your India. Yeah. So
I know we're pretty close.
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for calling. It's always nice to hear your voice. Give my best to your family.
Sure, Dr. Garko, as always.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Dr. Murray, did you find yourself under stress while you were there? Did you feel a little stress, or were you pretty relaxed? You're pretty relaxed.
Yeah, I acclimated very easly, going west. Coming back, it was a little more difficult. But while I was over there, I had a great time. I was hanging out with a good friend the first few days I was there, and I did a lot of sightseeing on my own as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got into traveling, and I think traveling is stressful, but it's also exciting,
yeah,
interesting, and Yeah, I had a great time. It was a lot of fun.
Well, that's good. Man, I'd like to take that. That would have been fun. I would love going with you. We would have had a good time. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I love to travel. I'm a good. I'm one of those people. I travel well. Some people don't travel so well. I don't care. You know, we'll sleep on the floor. Okay, whatever. Get on the train. Let's go. Yeah. So, well, thanks so much. Did you take any Tranquil Sleep? Another one of my all-time favorite natural factors products.
It's fantastic, and it's great for recovering from jet lag and resetting your body clock. It's fantastic.
I love that product. It's a great product. I two every night. I'm up to 2 nights. I started taking 2. I used to take 1. Now I take 2, and I get great quality sleep. And I don't know how many times I've recommended that product, and everybody to a person. They always come back and say, thank you. I get so much right here in the building. One of the chief engineer here at iHeartMedia, I got him on it. He's got his mom, who's close to 90 years old, on it. He was having some issues sleeping, and they love it. So thank you very much for developing that in Natural Factors. Go to naturalfactors.com. You can learn more about their Pharmagaba. They have a whole stress relax line. It's fantastic. And learn about the Tranquil Sleep. It's part of that line too. Dr. Murray, glad you made it back safely. Thank you for being generous to come on the show so early. I know it's awfully early where you were. We appreciate it. And you do a lot for this show, and you do a lot for people, and we're grateful. Thanks a lot.
All right. Well, you do a lot for people, and I'm grateful for you, too. So keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you soon.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Natural Factors. Take their products. Why? Because your health is your wealth, and your health is the wealth of those that care about and love you. I'll see you tomorrow.